global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. APC have been trending for the past few days now over so many reasons. Edo politics have been trending. Godfatherism at the verge of being broken, and like a drowning man, Oshiomole refusing to let go. So many things happening at the same time in Edo politics, APC in particular. One would say APC is and that's actually the ruling party, and one would say APC is a replica of the minor replica of the bigger picture of the Nigerian issue, where insecurity, banditry, and others playing the game. And the funny part of it all is the fact that the same card they played 4 years ago is the same card they are using now to undo what they have done. It's really crazy, but one is wondering what is going on. Why Oshiomole? Why is it that Oshiomole, have been oisted out, or everyone wants to oist out Oshiomole from APC and his group? What a lot of persons will say, he has always been a tyrant. Some persons say his ways are very aggressive. Others will tell him he needs to stoop to conquer. But in all, other people will also say he has been delivering, whether aggressively or not, whether super rigging or not. He always has a way of putting his people. But then you will find out now why Oshiomole has actually been removed, so to speak, and this is actually an insider story. As Adamu Aliyu Oshiomole, his tenure as the national chairman of the ruling party in the last 2 years of his expected 4-year tenure has been a troublous one. It's filled with so much controversies, contentious, divisive, anti-progressives, counterproductive, divisionary political party administration and leadership ever seen in Nigeria. Oshiomole is the National Working Committee, NWC, of the party, and the words, advice, suggestions, and comments of other 25 members do not matter. Tyranny. He is the Lord of the Manor, the Pontin of this era of his party, not this era, according to a credible source from the power base within APC. We have tolerated Oshiomole to this level so as not to give room to the opposition to accuse us of a fallen house in just under 2 years, which means they've been keeping mute so that they give the general public picture that all is well, all is fine, but they've had it up to their neck and they're saying no more, let the picture be broken, we don't care, but this man ought to be removed. We are tired of his high-handedness, we are tired of his tyranny, we are tired of his dictatorial attitude and his aggressiveness, not willing to carry anybody alone. My word is yea and amen. But let's continue, let's hear what they are saying. The source also said it's unfortunate that Oshiomole has been doing this for a while. Now, the question now is, how did we get here? It's rather unfortunate that Oshiomole has turned himself into a political general. He does not take orders and advice as well from anybody. And bad enough, his orders are such that they have brought defeat to his political command. It has brought also defeat as well to his political era. According to Malam Shehu Ismaila, a frontline APC leader in Kaduna, with a friend like Oshiomole, be assured you are in a lion's den ready for consumption. That means he only has permanent interest, no permanent friend. Maybe no permanent foe, but definitely no permanent foe, but definitely permanent interest. He further said Oshiomole is a crafty politician who can stoop to get what he wants, and once he gets it, he consumes you either for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which means at any time he can do away with you. Typical politician. Ismaila also said, we all know that without the support of great party leaders like Okorocha, Yari, Obaseke, Yari, Amosun, Amechi, he would not have gotten the national chairmanship of our great party APC. Okay, So, but today, he has dealt a deadly blow on all his destiny helpers. Oshiomole did not even spare the First Lady, Hajia Aisha Buhari, by working against her interest in Adamawa State. That was a great effrontery. It was a confrontation, and a confrontation against Buhari himself. According to our source, some factors came to play, and some factors came to play, and may have finally led to the affirmation of his suspension by the Court of Appeal. The first factor was the non-fulfillment of the agreement he reached with a cabal when his earlier suspension was squashed. I suspected. You can imagine. There was an agreement reached and he never honored it. For that reason, that's when this whole thing began. So the terms of settlement with Oshiomole included the recall of the suspended Deputy National Chairman North, Senator Lawan Shuabu, and the National Vice Chairman Northeast. It also included giving Governor Obaseke and Akeredolu the right of first refusal to recontest as sitting governors under APC, and lastly, he was advised to be a team player. It was highly remorseful of Oshiomole that the whole Nigeria saw after his emergence from the Aso Villa that fateful afternoon and his followed-up meeting with members of his NWC. He was indeed sober and promised to be a brand new, humble Oshiomole. Everyone was happy. Not long after this, Oshiomole, like a leopard or a dried fish, came out stronger to ruthlessly deal with his perceived enemies. To him, what mattered most was his interest and not national interest. The source also confirmed that security reports may have implicated Oshiomole in Edo House of Assembly crisis. Oshiomole had directed the 12 honorable members under his refuge not to present themselves for inauguration up till now. Oshiomole is, however, presenting the case as if Governor Obaseke had stubbornly refused to inaugurate the honorable members. The truth of the matter is that those 12 renegade honorable members have never made an attempt to be inaugurated. Oshiomole had insisted he must produce the speaker, deputy speaker, and majority leader for a sitting governor. Many people have asked him, did Oyegun give him the list of the House of Assembly leadership when he was the governor? Oshiomole's arrogance reached a crescendo a few days ago when the Committee of APC Governors in Nigeria held a meeting with him and advised that sanity be maintained in the party by allowing Obaseke to partake in Edo State primaries instead of outright disqualification of a sitting governor. Oshiomole lambasted them and insisted on its own terms. Unknown to Oshiomole, the APC governors left to re-strategize and stop his destructive tendencies before he finally destroyed their party. At a meeting with the governors and the NWC members, everyone was shocked to hear Oshiomole saying that disqualifying a sitting governor from primary election does not portend grave danger for any party, even when people drew his attention to Benue and Sokoto states, where the governors were denied APC tickets in 2019 and eventually crossed to other parties and won their re-elections. Oshiomole went into the pit he dug for himself when party members were alarmed at Obaseke's attempt to cross to PDP. The attempt would have made the entire South a PDP zone. Many were grieved that it is improper for an APC national chairman to come from a state now to be controlled by a PDP and may not be able to withstand the emerging mockery from redeemable, needless crisis. They had to nip Oshiomole's misadventure in the bud before it becomes an irreparable destruction. According to a top member of the party from Edo State, Chief Sunday Igboegbe, many people will not say, but it's real. Oshiomole has several times discounted the ideas, suggestion, and advice of Mr. President above the law. It is unheard of, and this is clearly an effrontery to the respected office of Mr. President and the national leader of the party. Thank God our president is a calm, progressive, God-fearing man. Otherwise, Oshiomole would have gone long before now. I rest my case in that one. Mr. Bashiru Lawal from Lagos said, The rug has been pulled out of Oshomole's feet, with senior party men observed that his activities are self-serving and were overtly pro-cabal based in Southwest. To Oshiomole, the national leader based in Southwest is more important than the real national leader of the party in Abuja. The APC governors 2 weeks ago had been embarrassed when, as sitting governors went to Lagos to discuss with national leader and left with ignominy. This to them pertains a danger topology of the rise of a Sultan or a Putin in an autocratic state. Indeed, autocracy has found its way into APC and democracy seems to have been put into the pocket of one man. The plan to exit Oshiomole from his exalted seat came as a shock to everyone, even his backers. No one saw it coming. It was meticulously and diligently and confidently processed. Every leader of APC believed that Oshiomole is a bull in a China shop, and the earlier he is restrained, the better for the Chinas in the shop and the Chinese shop owners. According to Mr. Oyedele Abodoron from Ondo State, he said, twice beaten shy, Oshiomole may have gone forever, as those who helped him in the past have now seen him as an unrepentant, treacherous, divisive, destructive, ungrateful, and autocratic fellow. We must do away with him to save our great party from this part of perdition. Can Oshiomole survive this current battle, especially against him? This is doubtful because the forces against him are really high. This is doubtful because the forces against him have reunited and powerfully so. He may have taken the part of dishonor like those disgraced national chairman of PDP. I rest my case. You have heard it all. Let's meet in our comment section. This is an insider story. Is what is actually happening in APC as we speak. But then let's see how Oshiomole will oil himself out of this or bring himself out of this mess. Don't forget that before now he ought to have been removed as national chair. As national chairman a long time ago, before this whole primary election in APC. But somehow I suspected that the later Bakari came in and did a lot of settling with this so that it does not come to this level. Ever since Abakari died, it looks as if Oshiomole has no one else to answer to other than himself. Even the president, President Muhammad Buhari, does not even have a say in this matter, because if Obaseke would have picked up a form, or presented himself before President Buhari, one would have expected that that's an endorsement of its own. But who is Obaseke? Who is President Muhammad Buhari before Oshiomole? Let's find out as this whole game is still ongoing and is still raging. Let's see who will finally become the winner between the Godfather and the Godson who have decided to become a lion himself. Let's meet in our comment section. Let's interact. What's your take on this? Have a nice time. Stay blessed and keep with us. Keep faith with